I've been practicing my ACOG shot because it's really bad. Like, I know I said I wanted to have, like, a really good, reg scope shot, but I also didn't want to completely ignore my ACOG shot because, like, there are a lot of maps on this game where they're really close quarters and using a reg scope just isn't fucking optimal at all. Like, if I were actually good with the ACOG, for example, on this map, I could do a lot better than, you know, using the reg scope. There's a lot of tight corners and stuff that, you know, I'm gonna have to come around and... Hey, style points, okay. I mean, it's not like I could have missed, but actually, I'm Jeb. I could have missed. Watch me. Anyway, so I've been seeing this an increasing amount, okay? There's this term that's been going around for a couple years, but it's mainly, like, being used right now because we're really, really far back into, like, you know, the original, the old school type of Call of Duty, the classic. This is about as classic as you get. As far as, like, the modern day Call of Duty goes, you know, we're not talking about, you know, Call of Duty 2 and stuff like that. Right when perks and everything were introduced. So I'm gonna have to make a PSA, a public service announcement. There's this term that's been going around and is being used as an insult called new gen. You might have heard me use it once or twice before because it's just, you know, as a joke or whatever, calling myself a new gen. Now, I'm pretty much the polar opposite of new gen. A lot of people like to think that if they're an old gen player or a classic Call of Duty player, they're considered not an old gen. They're like super OG and all this other shit. Nah, I'm old enough to have played Call of Duty since its release. Like, half the people that are calling people new gens couldn't even actually name the title of the first Call of Duty. I'll give you a second. Don't Google it. It's finest hour. I've been playing this shit since PlayStation 2, since its release. But the problem is here that the Call of Duty community, man, I feel like we may be one of the only communities in the world that pushes new players out. Like, in this community, you are called a new gen and basically just told that you're trash at the game and all this other bullshit because you didn't play the game a decade ago. Now, although in games like League of Legends, for example, people are made fun of for being, quote, bad at the game, they're at least not just completely driven off of the game for simply not playing the game since its release. Now that I said what needed to be said really quick, for all of the players out there that did not play Call of Duty 4, for the love of ass, stop sniping without stopping power. Stop sniping with Juggernaut on. It does not work. For some reason, when people look down at these perk slots, okay, because Call of Duty hasn't had stopping power in it since, like, what? I think Black Ops 1 was the first game to not have stopping power in it, right? I could be wrong about that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Modern Warfare 2 had it, then Black Ops 1 came out, and I don't remember stopping power being on Black Ops. So when people are looking down their perks, okay, especially since they haven't played this game, if they just started playing it like Black Ops 1 or something, when they see a perk that says something like increased health, meaning you are harder to kill, that seems appealing. All of these things, like for Overkill having 2 primary weapons, sounds appealing. Double tap, increased rate of fire, sounds appealing. Sleight of hand, just all of these things look extremely appealing, and when you look at stopping power, you kind of sit there and shrug your shoulders at it like, I do enough damage if I shoot in the upper chest or something like that, because they're not used to seeing a perk in here that is basically honestly the only usable perk, at least competitively and in a lot of public matches anyway. A good player is always going to be picking stopping power. It's always the case. Obviously, you can be successful with Juggernaut, sleight of hand, and all that other stuff, but competitively, and like 95% of people are running stopping power, meaning that if you run Juggernaut, if you run UAV Jammer, if you run sleight of hand, you are at an extreme disadvantage when it comes to a one-on-one, face-to-face gunfight. And for some reason, snipers, us people that complain about hit markers the fucking most, are running fucking Juggernaut while sniping. Here, I'm gonna put Juggernaut on just to show you how useless this shit is, because for some reason, some people just are not getting it here. Now again, I must note, you can play the game however you want, but if you want to be the most successful, the most consistent, and be the least pissed off, and have the least amount of people pissed off at you for using Juggernaut, use stopping power, please. By taking off stopping power, you have made your sniper rifle virtually useless. It's very rare that you're going to get a Alright, see, that guy was weak, okay? That guy must have been hit. Hold on, wait. Okay, see, yeah, that's right there, yeah. See, it's, hit marker. Why am I not getting hit markers? I'm so confused. I think these guys are just getting shot. That's the only reason that they're dying right now. Or maybe it's because I'm aiming high, I don't... No, okay, hit marker. See? Hit marker. Another hit marker. You see this shit? Another hit marker. You make sniper rifles fucking worthless without stopping power. Stopping power makes it a one-shot, and even then, sometimes you get hit markers. But if you want to be consistent, if you want to hit clips, you can look at the 8 million fucking montages that were uploaded on COD 4, and the 8 million more to come on this game. Everyone's using stopping power for a reason. I mean, hey, I mean, if you aim high, it kind of works, but what's the point? What's the fucking point when you can shoot somebody in the stomach and they die instead? Now, you saw all them hit markers, right? We got stopping power on that. Now, I mean, if you want to use other perks, you know, besides stopping power in something like hardcore or something, then go right ahead. But in the core game modes, you got, like, stopping power is a necessity. For snipers anyway. Stop making the game harder for yourself and just put on stopping power. Fucking conform. Sometimes you just gotta conform here, alright? This is for the sake of you, your KDA, your clip folder, and for the sanity of all the other people that have been hit marking the ever-living shit out of you and getting pissed off that you're using Juggernaut. Use stopping power! Now, I know this video comes off a little aggressive, okay? It's just because I've seen a lot of snipers, more snipers than I've ever seen on Call of Duty 4, originally anyway, using Juggernaut while sniping. And I'm just giving a little word of advice. If you guys want to actually do well, you want to be using stopping power, okay? You can use any perk you want. You can play the game any way that you want. But if you want to be the most consistent and you want to make a montage that's clearly going to get 3 million views within its first 3 hours of existence, use stopping power. Okay? Perk 1, I would recommend using RPGs just to shoot down any air support that comes in because, I mean, you got Bandolier, but half the time you're going to be running over ammo anyway, and you're just going to get all the ammo back, or you're just going to die before you use all the ammo, or you can just pick up another gun. This is specifically for snipers anyway. So, I mean, obviously, you can run any class that you want. I just recommend having RPGs so you can shoot down the annoying-ass helicopter that kills you at least 40 fucking times before it leaves. Your team will thank you for it. You'll thank yourself for it. Alright, see, that's not what you want to use the fucking RPGs for, okay? See, don't do that. I get it there. Okay, see, he tried to do it again. No, absolutely not. Stopping power. Use it, please. I recommend RPGs as well to shoot down kill streaks, not people. Thank you guys for watching the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I really appreciate all the support on my videos recently. And, yeah, it's been Jeb, guys. Later.